Can you hear me? Okay.
Do you speak English?
Yes, I do speak English. Yes.
Good.
So, my question is, when I sit with myself and when I go deep into myself and sort of like self-inquiry, I get a lot of nice feelings, and it seems that I can't get past them. So, is that a distraction? And if it is, how do I go beyond them?
You are already beyond them. You are consciousness. And consciousness is already beyond them. But your question is, how thoughts go beyond thoughts? And thoughts cannot go beyond thoughts. Because you are asking the question as if you are the ego that is going to go beyond the ego. The ego does not go beyond itself. The ego dissolves in what is already beyond the ego, which is your own self. In other words, let's put it in this way, the ego is aware of itself, but consciousness is aware of the ego.
Okay, so for example, when I go in a deep, I ask myself, who am I? And then I get the wave of kind of very relaxing, peaceful, quiet and blissful feelings. Is that my mind is making that up, or is that the self showing up for itself?
No, that's a mental state. It's okay. But don't write the inquiry is not to ask who am I. It's not a question, right? Many people misunderstand that. People that especially read Ramana Maharshi and all these about self-inquiry. So it seems to be that the inquiry is divided in two because there are two questions there. First question is from where the thoughts are coming from. And the answer is from me. And then the next question is who am I? So this is the intellectual aspect of the inquiry, not the practical one. But people mistake it as the practical aspect of the inquiry. It's only the intellectual aspect that explain what actual inquiry is all about. So the intellectual aspect is telling me that I am the source of the mind. See, from where the thoughts are coming from, they come from me. So I must be the place of origin of the mind. Also, the teaching says that the place of origin of the mind is consciousness. So I must be that consciousness already. So what the inquiry is suggesting is to bring the attention to myself. See? There are thoughts, feelings, emotions, sensations, perceptions, energy, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Who is the knower, experiencer, witness, or whatever you like to call it, is I, it is me. Then I am interested in knowing what this me, this I is actually, right? By doing so, am I not doubting, questioning I am the body? If I believe I am Peter, and I ask who am I not doubting I am Peter? So I am doubting my identity with the body, and I am questioning the reality of the mind. So this is basically about remaining self-aware more than asking the question, who am I? I'm not allowing myself to get distracted with thoughts, feelings, emotions, sensory perceptions, and all that. They may pass by, they may be there or they may not be there. That really doesn't matter. We are not interested with any of that. We are not interested even in destroying thoughts and no. My interest is to remain self-aware, to know who am I, see, to remain self-aware. Now, as a byproduct of that, thoughts might disappear. And even if they don't disappear, they might not distract you. Your attention must be held on yourself, right? There must be a thought here, sensory perception there, a feeling, or whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as attention remains on myself, see, I or I am, everything is okay. So until I become aware of what I or I am actually.
And when I tap into that awareness, I will know when there won't be any more of like, oh,
There will be no doubt, because it is self-evident, right? See, it doesn't need it doesn't need the confirmation of the mind, okay, about its existence, because it exists. It becomes obvious. See, I am that, right? Now, this varies from person to person, of course, out of the impression that the subconsciousness is individual, that it is personal, it's my subconsciousness, my issues, my traumas, my memory, my all that. So a lot of stuff may surface. See, the tendencies will surface, right? Because the ego will not disappear until all the tendencies disappear. The tendency will keep this mental curiosity about things, right? Other than oneself, right? It's a distraction. It's a mental distraction, right? People ask the question, okay, what about my future? What about my potential? What about my purpose of life? How am I supposed to know what to do or not to do, right? How am I to behave? The answer is don't worry about that. It's going to happen because it is already preordained or predestined. So we should leave the body alone to go through whatever the body is going through and remain self-aware in the meantime. So the activities of the body will go on automatically without any intervention or effort from our side, because what we are is effortless. Consciousness is effortless. It doesn't make an effort to be, and it doesn't make an effort to be conscious because it's consciousness, right? And this consciousness, it is I, and it doesn't say I, because it's absolute silence.
I love that word effortless. And another question quickly popped up to my mind is when, going with the flow as such, like with the stream, effortless is just allowing for life to unfold. And I am in kind of a little situation now where I find that I'm, committed to something that doesn't feel effortless to me, and I want to get out of it. And then I was doubting myself, is that my mind, or is that, not where I should go? So, should I follow that kind of effortless, say whatever's, an effort or feeling heavy, I just don't need that, and go wherever feels effortless? Please say yes.
Don't approach to this matter intellectually, okay? But see, the idea is, if I tell you, it's not as important as if you know it by yourself, right? So what is important is you to learn, okay, to know things by yourself. And to know things by yourself, see, the technique is the same. See, be mentally still. Because you need to know what it feels right. If I tell you, okay, give it up, and then you regret, and then you're going to blame me. See, the mind is like the one that says, see, shouldn't I, right? It's the mind that is asking the question. So don't question what you should or you shouldn't. Question, who is this? Question the questioner. See, who is this I?
Okay.
And then
Thank you very
some
much.
movement, an effortless thing will show up, will manifest itself spontaneously as, okay, I'll keep on going there. I'm not going there anymore. And you will feel yourself that it is right. Yeah, I normally don't tell people what to do or not to do. Okay.
It was I really appreciate your answers. Thank you very much. I have to say sorry. I'll have to go because my little daughter came back now, so she will interrupt me in a second. So, but thank you very much. I'll be joining tomorrow again.
Please, you're welcome. I'm more than happy to talk to you.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Lithuania originally, but I live in England. So
Yeah,
I don't Russian. So.
the name I thought was Latvian or Lithuanian or something. Yeah.
Yes.
Because the way it is written, right?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you. Bye. Bye for now.